everyone, and in this video I will be guiding you on the steps on how to make guacamole. Before we start, there are some important safety reminders to keep in mind. First, it is important to use caution when handling a knife. Always keep your fingers away from the blade while cutting. Second, keep your fingers out of the bowl while mashing the ingredients. And third, remember to wash all utensils, cutting boards, and bowls before and after preparing the guacamole to help prevent the spread of bacteria. The first step is to gather your ingredients. You would need 1 onion, white onion, 1 jalapeno, 1 Hass avocado, 1 lime, 1 tomato, 1 mixing bowl and a masher, and salt. I am using a mixing bowl and a masher that is traditionally used to make guacamole. However, if you do not have this available at your home, you can use a potato masher or a fork as well. The second step is to wash tomatoes and jalapenos under running water. The next step is to slice the avocado in half. To do this in the easiest and most efficient way, it is important to cut it down the middle. The next step is to score the avocado by making slices inside each half without cutting through the skin. After that procedure is done, it is important to remove the pit. Then dice the tomato into small pieces. You can do this by first cutting the top off the tomato, then making horizontal and vertical slices with your knife across the tomato. The next step is to cut the jalapeno into small pieces. First, slice off the top of the jalapeno, then make vertical slices down the jalapeno. The next step is to finally chop the onion. The first step into doing this is by cutting the onion in half, then removing the peel of the onion, and then making vertical and horizontal slices across the onion. The next step is to cut the lime in half. This can be done by sliding your knife across the halfway point of the lime, and then you will have 2 pieces of the lime. The next step is to scoop the avocado out of the skin and place it into a mixing bowl. So right here we have the mixing bowl, and this is the avocado. By using the slices that we made earlier, it makes it easy to scoop out the avocado, and as you can see here, it comes easily out of the skin, and make sure that you get all the pieces out of the skin. Then it is important to mash the avocado in the bowl. After you have taken both sides of the avocado and put them in the bowl, it is important to mash it together. This can be done using the masher and using an up and down, side to side formation. When you have completed mashing, it should resemble this kind of consistency. This process should take around 30 seconds to a minute. Next step is to add the diced tomatoes to the bowl, using the tomatoes that had been cut earlier. The next step is to add chopped jalapenos into the bowl, using the chopped jalapenos that had been cut earlier added to the mixing bowl. The next step is to add chopped onions into the bowl, using the onions that had been chopped earlier added to the mixing bowl. The next step is to mix the ingredients together. Using the masher in the bowl, mix the tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, avocados together inside the mixing bowl, using an up and down and side to side formation. Then measure 1/4 tablespoon of salt and add it to the bowl. Using the lime that had been cut earlier, take 1/2 of the lime. You will have 2, but you only need to use 1. Taking that, squeeze the lime and add it to the mixing bowl. This will give the guacamole a tangy, citrusy flavor. The very last step is to mash all the ingredients together until everything is evenly combined. To recap, we are mashing the avocado, tomatoes, onions, jalapenos, salt, and lime. Now it is ready to serve. Serve with tortilla chips, quesadillas, or anything of your choosing. It is quite a versatile dip, so it can be matched with a lot of different dishes of your choosing. I am personally choosing to pair it with a bean quesadilla. Enjoy. And thank you.